pull your sleeve down, bro.
What, you don't want to see my armpit here? To be honest, I shaved a couple of days back. You're lucky. It would have been like Adam and Eve. Anyways.
Right.
Yes, peoples. What's going on? I'm named Eman, and I'm joined today by the M1 show.
Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's well. And we have the flexer. I don't even know why he's flexing. We have Bolu the bear in the house.
Bolu the muscle man bear.
What the heck, bro?
Live and direct.
When was the last time we went to the gym, bro?
That's crazy.
Actually, yeah. What about you?
So wait, that's
went on 10k run yesterday.
Oh.
Natural elements. I'm built like that.
I've just been resting at home. But yeah, speaking of 10k runs, what else have you been up to? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. What have I been doing? I've been playing futsal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play futsal outdoors because the weather was nice at the weekend. So yeah, that was good vibes.
Where's my futsal shoes?
Hey, man.
No, sorry. I basically, obviously, I hurt myself, so I can't remember where all my boots are. I know that you still have one.
Yes.
Don't know where my futsal ones are.
But I actually don't play in futsal dedicated shoes.
What you play in?
I play in
Gazelles.
No, although some people do because I indoors.
Well, those new Nike Tempos.
No, I play in Cortezes.
What?
Nike Cortez.
Okay.
Fez.
Okay.
You thought you meant the 95s?
I know people that play in those.
In that
Really?
in that shoe.
Yep.
That specific shoe?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I've seen some people playing Nike Cortez.
Is it people who can play in that specific shoe?
What the hell does that mean?
It's people that can play.
No. You know what I
Michael,
mean.
what does that mean, Bolu?
What?
People who can play in that particular shoe. What do you mean by that statement?
People with the connections in the brand to be able to play with that shoe because they got bears.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll accept that.
I get what he's saying.
I don't think I'll accept that, but you know.
You don't have to. The question wasn't directed to you.
You tried to dodge it, but it's cool. Yeah, what else?
What else? Because like seriously, like
just say bum.
sorry, let me go again. What else have I been doing? Just been at work, really. Just working. Yeah, literally. Did some cooking. Made some curry chicken the other day. It was nice. Nothing too crazy.
Okay, ski.
What about you, mate? What have you been doing?
What have you been up to?
I've been alright, you know. I have been living life. I've been getting outside, getting some fresh air, aiming to do like 10k steps a day outside.
What was that? I was looking at tweets of you saying I'm gonna walk everywhere.
Yeah. I want to walk to Peckham one day.
That's not far.
No, you wouldn't get it. But also 10k steps.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. When I was 10k, you know how long I did? How long I ran for? An hour.
Okay.
So you're going to walk 10k? Why walk? That's
he
old
aims to do
people
10k
thing.
steps in a day.
So
Such an old people
that's just
thing to do.
I like to
Imagine we
walk.
start walking with walking sticks.
Why are you jealous that we can walk and you can't, bro?
I can. Have I not been with you the whole of today? What was I doing?
Barely.
Walking. I was
Hey,
walking.
man.
Wobbling.
Bringing up the rear.
Walking.
But yeah, I've just been like, because like more time I'm just in the gym in there. I'm not actually going outside doing my
Jeez.
steps. So I'm like, let me actually put
No, it's
time.
necessary, so
Take
it's
time.
necessary.
So I'm walking to the gym more. I'm walking back more. Just strolling around in it. But yeah, I was saying I want to walk to Peckham just because like I just
buy
want
fish.
to. I just want to. Like I've part of my plan is to walk to some of my friends' houses first. Just test the range, and then one day just back it.
Guy said test the range like he got a new hip replacement.
Says the guy who got a new knee, bro.
No, they just shaved the man down. But
Oh, gave it a quick taper fade. One all over.
yeah, man.
How you
Just
doing,
like
man?
Yeah, I've been good. It's nice to be off tag. Oh, actually, not yet. Actually, when this comes out, it's nice to be off tag. Getting back into work slowly. I appreciate my God for such a wonderful leg that he's given to me.
Hey, man.
I didn't know where I was going with this, but we're here. Yeah, it's been fruitful. It's been resourceful.
Hear it.
Today we're all together for different means. So yeah, it's nice to have time together and record the pod for you guys. If you guys aren't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. I haven't said this in a couple episodes. And when I'm going through the pod and editing, I'm thinking to myself, I should probably say it. So this was my reminder to myself to say it. So yes, like, comment, and subscribe. Comment on all of our posts saying pod, literally POD.
And say hear from YouTube.
No, just say pod. Literally
pod.
We just pod.
Yeah. People in our comments will be like, what the hell is going on? But only the real ones know. So if you've seen our pod, comment
Say
on
pod.
Yeah, if you've seen our pod, say pod in either one of our.
Hey, should
comments.
we ask like our audience if they want to like create a name for themselves, so we can refer to them as that in the long run,
The Stockers.
like for the
Stalkers.
stockists, you know, maybe not stockists, but we'll
Hey,
work it out.
yeah.
You guys think of something and let us know. We'll see what works.
We'll bounce around ideas, or we'll bounce around your ideas. But
Yeah.
yeah, apart from that, it's been good, man. It's been all right.
Yeah,
I think we'll start off with you. What have you got on foot?
So I have a
Heater alert.
I have 1 of 50
Heater
on foot
alert.
right now. I've got my Lorenzo G MX.
Could have been talking about dunks or off-white dunks
Because
or.
that's just how many 1 of 50s I have in my arsenal, dog. But I have the... Okay.
I don't want to burst the bubble.
First of all.
So
There's
2 of
haters.
50s.
Haters in the environment.
250s.
That's fair. It's okay.
Go on, no, go.
No, it's okay. I just have some shoes on, innit? Move on.
What shoes are they?
So I have on the Lorenzo G MX95 Volcano.
Very fitting. Very fitting for the name, isn't it?
Exactly. That's why I said heater.
Okay, skin. Anyways, on to you now.
I am bit contradictory to Bolu's previous pick.
What, is it not here?
No, it is a
Yes.
heater,
That's what I like to hear.
but
It's here for a different reason.
exactly because while Bolu's is volcano, I'd say mine's quite cool. You know,
Oh, icy. Wifey haters on the fight.
Oh my gosh, I saw it coming.
today I'm wearing the white and blue Air Max DNs.
Solid.
Yeah, man.
What do you
Good
say
crap
again?
there.
Top 2, top 3, top 2, top 2.
Top two, what colorways?
Yeah, DNs that's out right now. Personally,
Top two, top three.
top 3.
Yeah, because
Yeah, we spoke about this last time.
Yeah, red and purple, obviously number one.
Yeah,
Black and purple,
Number
and this one
it's interchangeable.
contending for number 2.
Depends on how bright
yeah.
it is outside.
Yeah, exactly. Good weather.
Yeah,
Park off the black and purple joints.
100%.
These are coming out to play.
right away.
Yeah.
With me, I wearing the Air Jordan 4 Breads.
Nice.
Leather version. It's nice to be nice. Do you know what else is it's nice to be nice. Great shoe. Yeah, man. Just in general. Top shoe.
Fez.
Speaking of top shoes, because this is a rumor, so I don't know. Okay, this is a very distant rumor. We talk about rumors, but we don't talk about how rumors this distant. Like this could be a Pirates
Yeah, level.
level type of.
No, I feel like we do speak about distant rumors if they come from a solidified
Yeah.
source. Like remember how far in advance we spoke about the bread force coming out. Like when
Yeah.
the reference is steady,
Yeah.
when it's got a verified tick on it, as in a stockroom verified tick, not social media verified tick, then we can believe it. But this one,
Yeah, man, it's a bit shaky.
it's a little bit.
Because sometimes when you go online, yeah, like I saw a TikTok yesterday, and the guy was talking about Travis Air Jordan 1s lows that are coming out, and there was like 4 different pictures, and they're colorways that I haven't seen anywhere else. And I was thinking, it was supposed to be by an IG page, you know, people just do mock-ups and stuff like that. And I was thinking, what's the integrity in terms of things like this? Like when I say that to say, let's say I'm just a random person who likes shoes but is not into shoes like that, and every so often you go on an Insta page or you watch a TikTok and they're showing the flipping, oh yeah, there's a industrial blue off-white Air Jordan 4 coming out. Like, what do you believe? I know we've spoken about something similar to this before, but what do you believe? Like, how do you go about like going like monitoring and keeping your eye out for potential or what could be potential leaks?
Honestly, for me, take everything that's not said from the brand with a pinch of salt.
Mm.
Because like some of these places will tell you, they'll either recommend you how to wear it, where to get it from. They will say like release dates, for example, prices, and it's like no one really knows until the brand says
the release date is shifted, and then it shifted again, but then the brand will drop on the originally stated drop date.
You always see the pictures, and the pictures look kind of crazy, and the release price would always be in dollars. Okay, that's a bad indication.
I feel like with images, like I only really... Do you remember in the pandemic where we were getting leaks, but the leaks were from someone in the factories?
Yeah, that factory leak was crazy.
Potato phone.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's supposed to be in there. Why are you there, bro?
Yeah. Those were the only times I fully believed the leaks like that, because like, bro, you've got it in hand.
You're in the trenches.
Yeah.
Right now,
you're dead there.
Yeah. On the ground. That picture, yeah.
You're probably employee of the month right now anyways. Like, that's why you got access to all this stuff.
So dumb.
Using it.
Speaking of leaks, well, I'm going to quickly talk about one that isn't actually the plan. But have you guys seen the supposed SB4 University Blue with the red? Have you seen that one?
University Blue. I've seen the dark blue.
No, University Blue. It's dark blue.
It's dark blue with the red on it.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And it had gum. I think it had gum.
Gum sole, yeah.
What did you guys think about it? Because I can't lie.
It's cool.
You like it?
Yeah, it was. Obviously, now that I have the Georgetown Air Jordan 4s, I need to stop calling it that because people are actually going to think it's Georgetown. Now that I have the industrial Air Jordan 4s, looking at that shoe is like, it's not as appealing. But I like that contrast between the blue and the red and the gum. But yeah, what do you guys go on?
I feel like Nike needed to make a decision whether to keep the SB4 technology for SB4s and then stop doing SB4s, or put it into all the other 4s and push it with the other 4s. But they decided to put in all the other 4s, and now you're still pushing SB4s. Like, the only selling point is that it's got gum. Like, I don't like the blue and the white. I like cool. And
but what do you think about the colorway?
I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like. I think the industrial blues are as dark as I would have gone, if that makes sense, for a 4 with the white and the blue. For me personally, like, cool, yeah, gum sole, everyone loves a gum sole in it. Like, that's what you're selling to me. You're selling to me a gum sole and a heel tab, and for $220. So I'm basically paying like what, 220. What was it? How much were yours? 220, 250.
I feel like it was 220.
Roughly
229, no?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it was that high. I think it was like 205.
Well, I'm paying a premium regardless.
Yeah.
For SB heel tab and a gum sole. I don't think it makes sense for me personally.
That's fair.
But for the pine greens, I'm around.
What do you think of it,
different.
of the colorway?
I think the colorway is clean, man. I think it's a cool colorway. It's quite a little bit more muted in terms of like the green was a bit more bright, a bit more shouty.
Yeah.
This navy is like a bit more, reserved. But all the same, it's still quite nice. I kind of get where Bolu's coming from in terms of the colorway situation. But at the same time, when you look at, like, for example, the heel tab of the SB4, it wasn't just the Nike Air that made it a good shoe. It's also the fact that it was a rubber heel tab. So it was just like, there's little details that can still make it different.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like we still cut them a bit more slack on that. Yeah.
But for me, it's like you're dropping this just after dropping. Well, you're not like that, but it seems like it's being dropped the same year
In the wake of.
after the industrial blue. So it's like,
Well, this is all a rumor, so it could have just come from anywhere.
but I was seeing it back end of last year saying that they're pushing it for this year. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, but I've seen it more frequently this year, making it seem like it's actually coming out this year.
But you have to remember as well, it is the Jordan 4's 35th anniversary. So if there's any time to drop 2 pairs of SB4s and then be done with it, it'll be this year.
No, but the problem isn't dropping 2 pairs of SB4s. It's dropping essentially navy and white SB4 after dropping the industrial blue.
But how many times have you seen Jordan Brand do that?
Just because I've seen them do it multiple times doesn't mean I'm not like. It's not now that I'm annoyed at it, bro. When they were doing multiple colors when they were basically reiterating grays for dunks, we'll go onto them because it's like, bro, you're doing the same colorway, just making slight differences.
Neutral grey,
literally. So it's like
big up Will, man. The episode is. I'm gonna put the episode in the comment because that was a very funny episode.
Quality episode.
But yeah, like it's similar to that in a sense where it's pretty much same-ish colors, same color blocking, but just like a slightly darker blue for me, anyways.
Moving on to the actual shoe that we were speaking about, the MX ones, the Supreme MX ones. That's where we basically started. Obviously, we know that Supreme and Nike have dropped shoes, plenty of different.
Long-time collaborator.
Long-time collaborator. I think their first collaborator. I think Supreme was their first collaborator.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
No, I'm like 80% sure.
Really?
I will type it in now, and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna leave it in.
Fair.
Like that's how certain I am.
ChatGPT.
Oh, for fuck.
Don't shoot the messenger, but allegedly the Nike's first collaboration was with Comme des Garçons in the late 90s.
Okay, I
Was
said
in
80%.
collaboration with a brand. That's what I searched. What brand collaborated with Nike first?
Just so interesting.
To read it, you're off to.
No, I will, because this is actually interesting.
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah. Junior Watanabe and Nike Zoom Haven, 1999.
Told y'all niggas.
So it was CDG.
Yup.
Yeah, all right. You was right, I was wrong.
What
I can't
party?
remember the lyrics. Yeah, so Supreme MX ones. I've seen a couple leaks of supposed images of what the shoe's gonna look like.
It's like a red.
There's a
green,
red, yeah.
purple.
Sort of green, purple, yeah.
The fact that all of them were primary colors leads me to believe. Like, I feel like
And even like the purple, that's like a secondary color. It's like
it's such a random color. Maybe this is me, yeah, but I feel like there's certain colors and there's certain ideas that are had around a supposed leak that like lead me to believe they are fake. If there is a big logo on the picture, like if there's a swoosh and Supreme in the swoosh, I have a very strong feeling it's gonna be fake.
Hey, man.
Because I don't feel like they are that bold in terms of putting it out there.
even like with the recently spoke about Air Forces. I'm just like, really?
There's what Supreme.
Supreme Air Forces.
The one with the red
Even though
swoosh.
there's pictures.
The red swoosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like, it's like, you could, sometimes it feels like they think, the audience is so silly, they're going to chew everything we feed them, so let's show them some fake pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not everybody's like you.
Yeah.
Because I literally just said that I saw a guy on TikTok who had 4 pictures of different Travises and they were just different shades. I wish I could get the TikTok, but it was one of those things that you just scroll.
Yeah,
and
of course,
you
of course.
But it just didn't make any sense. But what other deciding factors lead you to believe that a leak is fake? Like, just from looking at it.
If it's a real picture, like an in-hand picture, I'm gonna just look at it like I'm looking for a fake, basically. Any of that kind of funny shapes in the tick being bigger than normal.
That's a jumbo swoosh. On a
No mini swooshes, like what else?
big branding. Like, I remember we were speaking about this earlier. When I first saw the Supreme Air Jordan 5s, the camo pair, I was thinking that has to be fake. Like, in terms of the camo that they used and the way that the Supreme was in the Air Jordan 5, like the placement of it, I was thinking that's kind of off. I thought it would have been more subtle.
Oh, you know what as well, yeah? I think a big like indicator is the silhouette.
Go on.
You see if they're using like a mad obvious silhouette, like for example the Air Force One, the MX1, the Air Jordan 1, it's like, this just seems too convenient.
Yeah.
It's too good to be true.
But like when Supreme's using like a Darwin, for example.
I've even got, the Darwins came out.
Darwins are hard, first of all, but also using like a Darwin, it's like you don't gain anything from using a Darwin.
Yeah,
we spoke about this. We feel like Nike use Supreme to test drive.
Yeah, Supreme and CDG, they use their biggest collaborators to launch stuff out to the market. That's why JFG tweeted me launching our New Balance's relaunching the New Balance silhouette, and it was the Wade into LeBron dunk alley-oop and dunk. It's just like it's a proven formula that works. You get the collaborator to show it to the people, but there's too little stock for everybody to have. Yeah. And so then you put in the GRs and the inlines, and it's like any of you who missed out on the special release.
Here you
go. 2 more for you. You know what I'm saying? So
like even going back over the years, they've collabed with obviously DN this year. Yeah. Air Max 98 TLs. Yeah. 96s, Air Max Plus, 95s, Tailwinds, 98s. Like they've been proven to do Air Max silhouettes, but Air Max silhouettes which aren't necessarily front and center. Yeah. Obviously, the 95 that they did, I don't know if you remember, it was like full leather. The black pair, the blue pair, and I think there's another pair. I can't remember the color. But yeah, they do everything very left of field. So Air Max 1 collab, especially with the pictures that we saw, I'm a bit like, we'll see in it. Like,
I have to see in real life.
For me though, when it comes to like sussing out if this is real or not, it's like when the larger leakers basically are posting it, and each post has a slight different variation. Okay. So like, for example, with this one, there's probably 2 sets of images that people have seen. There's either seen it with the Supreme being on the red just above the midsole, but it's cut out, so it's only on the red. And there's others where it's like the Supreme is fully legible within that midsole bit. So it's like here, so you can show the different images. So there and there. See how they're two? It's similar, but it's different, which means that 2 different people have made this.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's not from one source.
It's not, which means both of y'all lying.
Or they've heard that, we're going to try and implement this within this part, and they'll try and guess what it looks like. Yeah. And it's like, that's not the final version, so what are you doing? Like,
And another thing I just thought of, a lot of people, I'm going to link this to football, but hear me out. There was, I don't know if you guys saw the Mbappe basically farewell video.
Yes.
Of him leaving, I'm leaving PSG. And then somebody said, if it wasn't, imagine 10 years ago we saw this, it would have been more of a shock than having Fabrizio tweet about it for months in advance of. Do you feel like this kind of takes away the whole like novelty of this? There's a collab drop in, because imagine like you're just on your phone and all of a sudden you see a Supreme Air Max 1 in stores now. That would hit a lot harder and would feel a lot more real than people just leaking it like time over time again. Do you feel like that ruins it?
I mean, it kind of speaks to the conversation we had around what's this resale platform?
Which one?
Private Selection.
You're right.
And Crenshaw Skate Club.
Yeah, and then when the Nike SB account
was like, interesting how you got a picture of these. Where'd you get them from, kind of thing. Yeah. It's like it takes away from the storyline that we want to see and that they're trying to build and create. In a similar vein, unfortunately, when Moses got the pair early and then they posted it and it went crazy over there, and it's like, that actually messes my rollout. Like, you don't realize by getting early access to these things, or even like putting out information, it's like this shoe could have been way bigger, but now we've already been introduced to the idea of this MX1 collaboration. Come launch time now, I'm not gonna be really wanting to get it. I'm like, it's cool.
Yeah, because you've been
exactly, because you had access to it from early.
That novelty is.
I do feel like it varies though. Yeah, because for example, let's say like with those examples, the leaks basically came out like a month or 2, or even a couple of days before the actual rollout started. So it's like it's too close to comfort kind of thing. Yeah. Like, but for example, if leaks came out like 6 months prior, 8 months prior, kind of thing, it's like
it would be worse.
yeah, like that long ago, it's just like cool. You're just letting people know something's coming. You don't know what it is. All you have is just imaginations. Like with this situation, for example, like all we have is just mock-ups that people have created themselves, and then I think it'll be fine if we don't get anything until Supreme drop it or until Nike drop it.
But now it's a topic of conversation. These lot will just keep rolling it up every week. Yeah,
but as long as they're rolling up the stuff they made, basically, not the real shit, then that's fine. But until it's like, let's say if it's say 2 days before we're posting an ad that we spent like $1 million on, and you're like, let's say for example with the Cortez 95s, like let's say a day before the ad dropped, Soul Supplier said, "Oh, Cortez are dropping 3 colors." And they drop it in Paris, New York, and London. Collapsed the whole thing, bro. Ruined everything.
That's the story of Adidas.
Like, but I feel like sometimes though it does benefit the brand. So like even with that same breath with Cortez, like when FD dropped the Supreme collab, but that one felt a lot more organic because it wasn't like just like a crazy leak. Like he just found out information. He was
but then
outside
again,
and saw it.
Does that not? I know we've gone on about this, but that does not speak to the fact that one is an organization, one is a person. If an organization posts it, it's a lot less organic than if a person posts it.
So even now with that, like you see when like random people somehow get access to product, and like you see, because like when you think about when it comes to leaks, there's not just one consistent person that you'll see post a leak. Sometimes just a random person that works in the company that's but like we're gonna push, like you can leak it kind of thing. Like it feels more authentic when it's some random person who's I don't know, compared to like a brand posting it and they haven't like comment, like in the caption they haven't added the person whose image they took it from. If you get what I mean? Like it feels like when it's come from a person, I feel like okay, cool, this might actually be real.
Slightly more relatable.
Yeah.
But does that not make it less authentic because it's just a random person every single time?
Well, no, it's like for example, I'll use an example of Yuwu when he's got like a collection of some of the upcoming inlines coming up. And he posts them up on his Instagram.
Okay, so it depends on the person.
For those who don't know who Yuwu is,
Yuwu is a footwear designer at New Balance, and goes on Instagram by the name Flying Asparagus.
Yeah.
So he is basically a in-house collaborator behind the scenes. Worked on a whole bunch of shoes like the 2002 R's.
Wasn't Protect and Pack him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Refined Future though.
Yeah. Refined Future Pack. So the 2002 R's.
And the 610s.
Yeah, he's done a lot of work as well. Yeah. But like people know that he works in New Balance. I think it's interesting sometimes where you get like a friend of somebody who's posting up in the crepes. So like maybe like towards like the Cortez launch, for example, or towards a Amine New Balance launch, and his friend is posted up in the kicks, and he does like a little dump and features the kicks in the dump. It would just come across a bit more organic, and it's like all of a sudden all these sneaker blogs are raising to your page to get this one picture, and you're like, oh well, I'm just supporting my friend, so like this is a great feeling to have. And I think like it depends where it's coming from, because with brands, what's in it for you? To what end is this? And whereas the individual is like, okay, you're doing it for the love of the game. That's what you assume. So yeah, that's what I think.
Interesting. Sticking with Nike, let's go on to a shoe that's dropping, or I should say dropped. How do you guys feel about the Futura Dunk? Obviously, Futura we've seen in some capacity I guess you could say another leak or an early image was the whole off-white Futura Dunks, which only they didn't externally release.
They didn't really get much of a commercial release, to be fair.
Yeah, it was just like friends and family. There was the blue pair and obviously the red pair. Now they've come back out with an official released pair in being the blue pair, which is a general release. And I think there's a red pair, but the red pair is FNF. Yeah, the blue and the red pair. Well, have you guys seen the shoes? Like,
I've seen them, yeah.
I've seen the Dunks.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
I've entered the raffle for, as in the
Futuras.
It's like iridescent-ish. Not the blue.
No, it's blue.
Is it blue?
Yeah.
The one that's in the skate shops now.
Yeah, the blue one.
Oh, I thought you talked about Off-White for a second.
No, the Off-White.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. I was gonna say I entered
Yeah.
raffles. For a sec, I thought we were talking about four pairs of shoes.
No.
No.
I'm a bit tired, but no. Yeah, I am a fan. But I'm not like a super fan. But I
Yeah.
am a fan. So I've entered to enter, but I'm not putting in like super effort. Like if I win, I win. I don't think I'm gonna win because it's like what 30k pairs allegedly.
Is it?
Allegedly global 30k. So if I win, I win. If I don't, like I'm not expecting anything kind of thing. Like I'm
What
sure.
about you, Michael?
I vibe with them. I'm not really like a SB Dunk kind of guy.
Okay.
I
I
have one, Shashiko ones.
Yeah.
But I don't really have SB Dunks like that. I do like them though, but because of like the fact that I don't really wear SBs, and when I did want to wear SBs, I didn't really have access. So like, for example, what SB did I like? I liked the Court Purple, but I've had access to buy that actually now, more so recently. I just didn't.
Father God.
There's a white and blue one. It's like a quilted white, yellow and blue. I forgot what it was called, but I like those. And I liked.
I remember those. I can't remember the collaborator's
Yeah,
name.
I can't remember what the name was.
A couple. It was like.
I like the Bornex Race.
3 years ago.
Like the Crenshaw Skate Clubs last year. I liked
Strange Love each and every time.
I liked the.
Which one was the Strange Love again?
Pink.
Oh, yeah.
What was the other one I liked? The Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I think I like these shoes, but looking at them as a shoe, I'm just like, where would I really wear them to? And because of how many colors are going on with it, it might be a bit techie to, make sense of. So yeah, that's me really. Yeah.
Where do you think it ranks in terms of like releases for this year, or could rank?
This year. So we're looking at this in terms of colorways, not just the silhouette.
Okay.
I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if people say it's top 10, but I am only concerned that people will be saying it's top 10 because of the rarity of it as opposed to
Actually, how good it is.
Yeah, like I do think it is. I think it's a nice looking shoe. Like if I put it in my top 10, it's because I like the colors in it. Like it's bold, it's proper. It's like giving new age Congolese, in my humble opinion.
Right.
But it's like it's not the greatest SB dunk I've seen in my life.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Continuing on with Nike. You want to talk about the MX2s? CBs?
Yes. So there's a shoe coming up actually that I saw, and it made me think of the MX2s. The shoes are the Falcons times Nike Air DT Max 96s. They look very, very steady.
Okay.
They look like a nice kind of, do road shoe. We're getting into summer now, so like I'm like, it's summertime, so I shouldn't really be looking at those crepes, but
I can't lie, I hear it still. I'm looking at it now. It's durable.
Bro,
That's heavy.
It's making a bit of sense, man.
It's
making a bit of sense, and the colors as well. Like, yeah, man, I can see the potential in the crepe.
Red accents,
but
mainly
the other
black.
thing is, when I saw them, it also reminded me of the Air Max 2 CB Charles Barkley shoes, and I can't lie, I'm a fan of those. I actually really like them. I wasn't really hip to the silhouette, to be honest. It's been around for a while from what I've heard and understood, but I wasn't really like seeing it like that. I don't know if I was looking for new crepes. But
There was a colorway that dropped. I think I've spoken about this before. Obviously, this colorway is the black, purple, and white one has dropped.
Yeah.
And there was another colorway that I liked because of Logic, because I used to listen to Logic a lot when I was younger.
Fair.
And he
So
had
funny.
a grey, white, and orange or red pair. I'm gonna put a picture up.
fair.
MX2 CBs, and I always wanted them because of him, but I just never bought into it. I might
Fair.
do one day,
Maybe.
but when money's long. Right now, money no day. So
Fez.
But yeah, I like them, man. I think they're fly. I think they, again, they look very like just clean, easy, do roads, A to B, leave the yard, complete the mission, return back to the yard.
So dumb.
Good crep.
This is
The black, white, and purple is a nice one. It's nice and subtle.
this is proper like reminiscent of the Jordan time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
In the sense where it's like these are
5, 6, 7s. That
not even just that, but this is very like I can see it being performance because it was performance.
Yeah.
But I can see it on roads, heavy. Like it's one of them ones where it's like there was no differentiation between lifestyle and performance.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Your performance shoes is what you walk home in.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Talk about things that we've enjoyed. One thing I've enjoyed is the Dior Stone Island collaboration.
Yeah.
So we've all seen them dropping. Dior and Stone Island are gonna have announced a collaboration. They're making a capsule with Kim Jones,
Commissioned by Kim himself.
Big Kim Jones.
You know, it's
Big
like
London boy.
Literally, we saw it. I sent it to the chat and I said, you know what, Fairs Kim.
This is
like you saw the vision and you got exactly what you wanted. It's fair.
First thing I said was, "This is heritage."
Yeah,
this is heritage.
The leather jacket. I like the leather jacket.
Leather jacket is real serious.
But I just don't like the Stone Island. Like I get it, but the Stone Island patch on the thingy.
I do. I would rather it be on the arm.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like it will make so much more sense.
Nah, man.
For me,
Nah, man.
Because for it to be like a real get the badge out, let me show my arm, and it's Dior and the badge as opposed to being in front. But yeah, have you guys scrolled through and seen pieces from the collection?
Yeah, and that's exactly why I was about to say what I'm about to say.
Do your thing.
With the one thing of, because it's a Dior collaboration, it should be on the arm. But also, it's a Dior collaboration, so they can't do it the same as the inline stuff. There needs to be a level of difference, and I think moving them the way they have is just like a statement to Dior's like design mind, in a sense where it's like, cool, this is here. How do we make this our own? Shift it down here. Shift it down to the wrist. Shift it, somewhere that it's still gonna be seen, but it doesn't look as cliche as as typical as a Stone Island standard piece.
Yeah.
So
Like even looking through the capsule online, parts of the copy that they've said is basically saying that they're not gonna just take. It's not Dior, and it's not Dior doing Stone Island or Stone Island doing Dior. They've basically blended like the approaches from both houses and like respectively, and have put it together to then create this capsule.
it's like what Mercedes AMG said about Sakai. They said it was a practice in blending the harmonies and ethos or something like that of both brands. I feel that every collaboration should aim to bring the best out of each collaborator while also speaking a common language. I'm not saying that, for example, you go and do what they should do and you have to sacrifice something, but more so what I'm saying is find a middle point that works and then leverage off the back of that. And I mean, the idea is that you go on to do more later on and down the line. And if the capsule is a one of one, it should be your best one of one. Like capsule, I mean. So yeah. But overall, I think it's a good merge. British culture at the very top. Get the badge in. Meets Kim Jones and Dior. Like
real.
I think it's good, man. I think it's nice. What do you think the first game we're gonna see this trip at is? Final game of the season.
Italian game.
Italian game.
Definitely.
Wait, do you know when it drops?
No.
Let's have a look.
Because that's the only thing I don't know.
June. Okay, so there's a pre-launch in the selection of boutiques on June 14th, and it'll be available worldwide from July the 4th.
Wow. Yeah.
Just in time for what?
The World Cup.
World Cup.
Euros.
Sorry, Euros.
Yeah. Wait,
And there's
Euros. What days?
Euros is June. Wait.
Is it after Euros?
No, Euros is in June.
Oh, Euros in June. Olympics.
Olympics is July.
The Olympics is not this year. Olympics is 2026.
It's this year. What are you talking about? World Cup is 2026.
Olympics. Sorry, World Cup. Sorry, I was talking
World
about
Cup is 2026. Yeah.
There's too much happening in a short space of time.
Too much manners to send in one text.
I mean, I
You
like
know where that's from.
I like the I like the different bags they've got going on.
Yeah,
just as
yeah,
like
I'm
a
a fan
thing
of
of
bags.
a different kind of piece, where they've got like this rolled up sort of situation here.
It looks like a sleeping bag. No?
I think it might be a sleeping bag or like a mat of some kind,
Pretty sure.
like picnic type of mat. Then they've got the circle bags.
Yeah.
And they've got the saddle bag, of course, in the collection too.
They've got a huge one. This looks like a. You see.
It's like a snare bag.
I don't know what. That
Yes,
Like a drum snare.
The drum snare.
Yes.
The-
Yeah. That's like. Sometimes, yeah, I see brands when they collaborate on things and they just make random pieces, and it's like that's such a random thing that I'd love to have, like the yard
Supreme.
kind of thing. Yeah,
It's
I
like
see
what's with Tyler the Creator
yeah,
and the bags he was making for his capture collection with
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton. Like some of them are just like, huh,
One of them was an airplane.
yeah. And then like
What do you
even
put in such a
was it the Virgil Archive collection where they dropped a duck as a bag?
yeah
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just bare stuff.
Like just like
like why not?
that's kind of
Extra
interesting.
fabric.
But even with what you were saying, like Supreme, like I don't need a crowbar at all, but I'd love to have a
I
Supreme
don't need the
one
little
in my
4x4 thing.
Yeah, I just love to have one like hanging around,
Yeah,
just to say I've got it.
the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, or a trunk
Yeah, like
or a speaker.
yeah, you said a crowbar, shovel.
Yeah,
Or even the fire. What was it? I swear they had a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
at
yeah, I
some
think
point.
so.
Like
And I think they have a horn as well. Yeah, but
Bare
that's
joints.
that's just them in it.
This collaboration, sorry, also comes out with
Yeah.
shoes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
got
the
the-
boot looking.
Yeah, so there's a high boot, brown upper with a black bottom. The way I'm looking at the shoe, Vibram could be involved in that. Then they have the low version of the boot in black, yellow, and a sort of
cream,
almost like a grey, like a goat sort of grey.
goat grey. That's new.
And then they have
it makes sense.
a Dior runner.
Yeah.
Is that runner actually real?
Yes.
Yeah,
They have
in
it
yellow.
and pink.
Oh, yellow and pink.
Yeah, they got a pink one as well. They got the pink one on the website. I'll show you.
Yeah, it's Dior B30. So it takes not only from like the present stage of where the brands are, but also the archives that existed before, to bring stuff that are still in a level of relatability, but also a level of like high taste level. So yeah, good collab, I think.
Defo.
And well played, Kim Jones.
We're gonna go to another brand, but this time on a. I want to say, I don't know if you want to class this as a collab. Well, it is a collaboration, but in terms of community collaboration, on top of actual content, in terms of footwear collaboration, we have Stormzy and Adidas.
Yes.
Recently, Stormzy released Merky FC. Well, it's not recently. Merky FC
Yeah.
HQ,
Yeah.
which is in Croydon. Funnily enough, I know exactly where it is. You know, I saw the video. Yeah, I was at home. I saw the video. I was like, oh my gosh, I can actually just go there now.
I mean, you should go there and work there, bro. You could just literally go there and
Literally, like, I think to me, it looks like a sort of like youth centre community effort. Basically, where it is behind Brit School. In Croydon, there's like there was a pitch there that I'm guessing now they've taken over. So there was like a whole brand launch there. People were getting Adidas goodie bags. Obviously, Stormzy was there. Inside there's like PS5 and then like a chill out type of spot. I think there's a couple. There's like a meeting room or two.
And also, obviously, you can hire these spaces and hire the pitch and like
Exactly.
reserve the rooms and whatnot.
And then there's a studio there as well. So yeah, great effort. It's nice to see something like this, which is obviously Stormzy taking initiative to do something like this recently. I think I can't remember who else it was, but Zaha and there's like 2 or 3 other people. They bought Croydon Athletic.
Oh yes.
Oh
yes. Oh, who was it? Was it Stormzy as well?
I think it was Stormzy. Yeah, I think yes, yeah.
I think it was Zaha and Stormzy and maybe one other name in a joint effort.
Yeah, AFC Croydon, sorry, not Croydon Athletic.
Yeah.
AFC Croydon responds to new owners Stormzy and Zaha.
Yeah.
So it looks like they put money into basically save AFC Croydon, not to save them, but just to boost them. Obviously,
And
two boys who are from Croydon, who are currently doing well for themselves. So yes, it's nice to see efforts like this.
Giving back to where they're from, innit?
Exactly, going back into their community. Obviously, with Stormzy and the Merky FC thing, I think that's a thing of hear me out, but Wrexham, in terms of two superstars. I mean, a superstar putting money into a local club, or for Stormzy's case, his own club that he's created, to give people who aren't in the normal academy setup or people who are good at football
a chance.
A chance. Obviously, we've seen him do that in different areas in the education sector with his scholarships. I think it's a scholarship. And I'm sure there's other things that he's doing behind the scenes. Because even I've noticed that a lot of these artists, if you're looking at something like Nala's Babies, there's people who are putting money together to support each other and support other causes. Facts. So great to see this Merky FC thing. And along with that, there was a shoe that has dropped, which is Adidas Predator 24. Obviously, we know that Adidas Predators are in right now. We've seen the Jude Bellingham's rocking it right now in Spain. Obviously, now going to the finals. Trent has his own colorway. I can't remember the specific colorway, but Adidas really seem to be
pushing the shoe quite heavily. And the silhouette. The archives run deep in when it comes to football.
Especially football.
So it's like leverage that. The same way they celebrated the archives within trainers when they did. You gave us one, we gave you 1,000 back, and it was the Samba, the Gazelle, the Superstar. You go to the football section of. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you can't respect it.
Exactly.
All going so well.
But then you take it to football and you think, for example, you have the Predator, you have the what's the one that Messi used to rock?
F50s.
Yes, F50s. There's a few shoes within that time period that were really, really strong. And so it's like, leverage the stories, man. Tell the stories again and make them brand new.
Literally, leverage the nostalgia and then essentially reinvent that for the next generation.
Exactly that.
Which is what they're doing now.
And you know that Stormzy is a perfect connection point.
100%. They have bridged the gap between music and sport essentially with this one collaboration. Well, with this collaboration, they've been running for a while, but they've
Stormzy's been signed to Adidas for God knows.
I was literally, as soon as you mentioned him, I was like, wow. Stormzy's been signed to Adidas basically our whole secondary school onwards life.
Deep, remember it was
when he did the Shut Up.
SST,
from then on,
Red
SST and the Creps.
What's it called? Zone 2 got the Adidas sponsorship at the same time. That's how long
all the men from South at that time had an Adidas collab. So it was Zone 2. It was
Section Boys had it as well.
Section Boys had one temporarily, and then had a Puma one as well for a little bit. Stormzy has had one for literally forever. Man. Better the man just had deals of some kind with these brands, and Stormzy's one has held out for as long as it has. And obviously just kept bubbling over, kept going up. But I also kind of wanted to zero in on Stormzy a little bit, because look at it from another aspect. Obviously Merky FC is one. He's now bought AFC Croydon with Zaha. He's also doing Merky Fest consistently. He's actually building the blocks for a serious corporation of businesses related to Merky and that separate brand that he's created with Flips. So it's he's tackling different parts of society. He's got now the corporate social responsibility part of the thing with taking care of the community. Everyone complains there's not enough youth clubs, so he said, "Cool, let's do one. Let me bring in people."
Call it a youth club.
Of course, but in the way it's branded, you're making a safe space for people to not be on the streets, to do stuff of importance. He pulled upon people within the creative space as well to give back to the community in different regards, and then Merky Fest party scene. Bringing that back to being a worldwide thing rather than just a London thing. Again, reintroducing that back to the world. And then you have AFC Croydon. And imagine they actually develop into becoming a very serious club. Get promoted through the ranks. And all of a sudden now, there's a new club in London that's in the Prem. So it's all of these moving parts all go to show that you can when you're able to take some certain opportunities, make some real stuff happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Honestly, shout out Stormzy.
Yeah.
For real.
Shout out Stormzy, because I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of good things he's been involved in, and it can only mean there's more on the way.
Like it's just when you think about it, like when you sit back, just going through the things that he's done, like it's honestly just amazing to see someone, especially like growing up in like called South London kind of thing. It's like there's the stereotypical like, oh, if you don't do this, you'll end up like that kind of thing. But it's like there, and you see growing up like the reasons why certain people ended up on one particular path because they had no one to look up to. And now going through that, getting out and seeing that your peers ended up in certain places because they had no one to look up to, like, and you know it's a never-ending cycle. You now end up being that person that other people look up to.
Facts.
Not only just that, but empowering others to be that sort of person for other people to look up to as well. So I feel like he's a person that's really having a proper impact socially outside of like just musically and just outside of just like being a celeb, if that makes sense.
And leveraging his music as well.
And on top of that, he got his woman back.
Hey, fair play, man. Fair play.
Can you deep it?
Fair play.
Man wrote an album about his woman. She was like, "Yep, I knew you talk about me."
Hey, man. Yearn's going yearn.
I said it's called. Might call her Maya. What was that? No, it's this thing is fire. I might call it Maya. Lonely. At the top is me.
Oh yeah, he was saying that that was about some shop that they went to as well called Maya, or some restaurant.
Yeah, but obviously everyone
he
knew what he was doing.
Triple entendre.
Triple entendres, man.
He knew what he was doing. Going back onto the Predator, Stormzy did say, as someone who's always been a huge football fan, it's always been a dream to have his own boot, which I find kind of interesting because have you guys seen Stormzy play football?
No, but
I mean, I've seen the clips.
yeah,
He can't.
but you know, like he said, fan, innit? He didn't say footballer.
It's true.
Like,
I'm waiting for him to do something more serious with Man United. Obviously, with having Adidas sponsors, it would be interesting if something like that ever happens.
I mean, maybe because we're not doing great right now.
by the dip, innit?
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah, exactly.
I think the brand side of things is becoming better. But I feel like this new change in owners or the levels of ownership should bring a slightly different angle to things, because I feel like the Glazers were very old school in how they approach things. So even like creatively, United is still one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Yeah.
We still rake in a lot of money on a regular basis, but it's just a thing of leveraging that into something. For example, when Adidas did the drama call, Adidas drama call with Man United, that made sense, and it was like a big cultural thing in Manchester for the people that were there, because drama's big in Manchester. They're current, they've got a lot of emotion, a lot of energy. So, like, why not collaborate with them to make something in a small limited run that has a level of importance to the people around where the club is from?
Yeah.
So maybe they're still waiting to get into the right position to be like, all right, Stormzy, this is what we want to do. And where you have Merky FC now, he can be like, all right, guys, it's time. We're going to set up a tournament. Bring your best teams to here, and the final will take place at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
You know?
Or have, I don't know, Man U scouts. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
That.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I do feel like on top of that though, it is about proximity. Like a lot of these clubs, they do kind of operate within the bounds of their area
facts,
kind of thing.
facts.
So it's like you're not really going to see Man City collab with a London-based football academy unless it's like they're grabbing scouts or like.
But I think it's the brand is the connection there, isn't it?
But even with the brand, it's not. It's a friend of a friend when you really think about it. He's going through Adidas to then go through to Man U. Yeah,
but he's known by. It's not like he's not been acknowledged by Man United, for example. Like turn up to the stadium and they'll say Stormzy's here, the kind of thing, you know. Or like Usain Bolt comes to the stadium. It's like, oh, Usain Bolt came to join us in the game today. Usain Bolt, any words you got to say?
But he's a Puma athlete.
Huh?
But he's a Puma athlete.
Yeah, but he's a fan of United. So if that doesn't stop them from talking to Usain Bolt, why would that stop them talking to Stormzy?
But I do feel like there's a difference between bigging them up on the stage and saying, yeah, let's work. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Like you're speaking to different parts of the organization when it
Yeah,
comes to those
fact.
different things. So like even if let's say outside they're like, yeah, we love you, but when it comes to now crossing the T's and dotting the I's, they're like,
This just might not work
this
for us
doesn't
in the
align with
story.
us.
Yeah.
Like, your demographic are not the demographic we're trying to reach right now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like